Hey everyone, JJB here, back again with another VGC Wi-Fi battle. As you can see on the screen, we're using the same teams we've been using for the last 3 episodes. It's a double duck rain team with an additional jolteon as well, just for the cool factor. So let's hop right onto the battle spot, see if we can find a game for ourselves pretty quickly. I did a couple of battles off screen before recording this, and it took quite a while to find some opponents, so I don't know if the fact that Worlds is over means there's less people playing. But we'll see. We do actually find someone straight away, which is great. 15-15 rating from Japan. They're rocking out with a QR team, and it's a sand team. That's interesting. They've got the Gigalith, Stoutland, Arcanine, Tapu Fini, Circuitry, and the Celesteela. So obviously I don't really want to lead Pelipper in this matchup, because the Gigalith will underspeed and set up its sand. So I think what we'll do is we'll go for... I think we might lead Golduck. And... if we go for Golduck and we go for... I'm thinking maybe metagross. Let's go Golduck, metagross. We'll bring Pelipper in the back. And then I think we're going to bring Koko. To hit a lot of his mons. Or the Garchomp. No, let's go Koko. Yeah, I was considering Garchomp, but we're already bringing our Golduck, who's got the Z move. And Garchomp can't touch the Celesteela at all. And the Koko also carries super effective moves for the Celesteela and for the Tapu Fini. So that seems to be a good solid pick. So let's see what comes out from our opponent's side of the field. Obviously we know we've got our Golduck and metagross. All blue. And our opponent goes with the standard straight up lead of Gigalith Stoutland. Which is fine, so obviously the sand comes out. And I think we're just going to swap out into our Pelipper. We've got the Focus Sash, so we'll probably definitely live a turn. And that should let us, get the rain back up, boost up our Golduck, and weaken the Gigalith special defense. So I think we'll just go for the Protect with the Golduck, just to make sure that stays around. And we'll hard swap out with our Metagross straight out into Pelipper. So we get the rain up, which is always nice. That has the added bonus of now bringing Stoutland's speed back down to normal, and also boosting up our Golducks. So really the weather here is a big deciding factor in what's going on. An opponent goes straight up for a Z move. Is that the Normalium Z? So it's going straight up for the can't remember, it's Breakneck Blitz, that's the one. Interesting to see what it targets down. I'd imagine the Golduck, because the Metagross would have resisted. It is the Golduck, and we do have the Protect up, so that's going to do barely any damage to us, which is great. The Gigalith goes for a Rock Slide. It'd be great if Pelipper dodges. No, okay. It doesn't even bring Pelipper down to its Sash, which is great. So obviously on this turn now, we know that we are faster and stronger. So I think with our Golduck, I'm tempted to just go for a Hydro Vortex into maybe the Gigalith slot, but he could bring in the Fini. But I think it's what I'm going to go for anyway. I think we're going to go for a Hydro Vortex into the Gigalith slot. I'm not too concerned about the Stoutland now. It's burnt its Z move. It's slow. It's not the best mon. So I think I'm just going to go for a Tailwind. Do we need a Tailwind? I'm running out of time. We're going to click Tailwind. I've run out of time to really check. This has the added benefit though of if he wants to swap out the Gigalith, then we should be able to outspeed the Stoutland in the future. Unfortunately the Gigalith did go for a Protect there, which means that our Hydro Vortex isn't going to do as much damage as we want, and probably won't kill. Which, to be honest, is okay. I can't... It's just stalling a turn, if anything. See how much it does. It does a very healthy amount. That's a very good amount of damage. It's got a weakness policy, which is fine because it's slow. And the Stoutland goes for Giga Impact. That's going to be out into the Golduck. Is it enough to kill? It is. I mean, I suppose Stoutland does have good attack. But what this does mean is that the Stoutland can't move on the next turn. So I think what we'll do is we'll go out into our Koko. We'll keep metagross in the back for now. And I'd imagine that a Dazzling Gleam at this range would kill the Gigalith. But to be honest, I'm not too sure. We know that a Brine definitely will. So I think what we'll do is we'll Thunderbolt the... I don't even think we need to Thunderbolt the Stoutland. Well, we will. We'll try and kill it while it can't move. And then with the Pelipper, we'll go for a Brine onto the Gigalith. Gigalith's going for the Protect again. It doesn't get it. You know, double Protect's always a risky strategy. Thunderbolt out onto the Stoutland. Doesn't quite pick up the kill. Which, to be honest, I'm kind of happier with than I would have been with it killing, because we know that the Stoutland can't move this turn. And that means we know we outspeed it, we should be able to kill it on the first turn of the next turn. And that means that he's only got one Mon there. Obviously, if we killed the Stoutland this turn, he'd been able to bring in 2 Mons, and there'd be 2 fresh Mons. At least now we're guaranteed to kill. That makes sense in my head. I don't know if I explained it very well. So Koko's going to Dazzling Gleam. That should kill the Stoutland and do some damage to the Xurkitree. And I think Protect with the Pelipper. Just to keep it alive, or just smack the Xurkitree. We've got metagross in the back. How many turns of Tailwind have we got left? 19 seconds to decide. 2 turns of Tailwind, so I think I can afford to Protect. Because I'd imagine that the Xurkitree would target down the Pelipper slot. The Stoutland goes for the Protect. That's absolutely fine. I'd imagine then that means the Xurkitree's going for a Discharge then. It's a possibility. Just a straight up Thunderbolt, and it was into the Pelipper. So great, the whole turn sort of worked out as we wanted there. So we'll go D-Gleam again, and then we're going to go for a Brine onto the Xurkitree. And to be honest, this turn should be enough to take out those 2 Mons. Our opponent's taking some time to think here, maybe considering swapping out, but to be honest I don't think there's a whole lot he can do here. So Dazzling Gleam from the Koko comes out, smacks the Stoutland, smacks the Xurkitree. Forgot how to talk. Nearly KOing both Mons, but of course Pelipper can just come in at the end and clean up there on the Xurkitree. The Rain goes, that's not a problem. Tailwind disappears, potentially a problem. Our Koko is probably one of the fastest things in the meta at the moment. And it's an Arcanine. So this could be problematic, because if we can KO both of our Mons, we've got the Metagross in the back, who's obviously weak to the Arcanine. So we're just going to go Thunderbolt, and I guess we'll go for Tailwind with the Pelipper in case it survives this turn. That should allow Metagross to be able to come in and smack it with some damage. But then if it survives this turn, I'm probably better off just going for a Brine onto the Arcanine. Why not? We'll just get some damage. And our opponent just forfeits. Okay. Realising there that his Arcanine can't do enough to 3 Mons. I don't know what that disconnect there was about. But yeah, he realised his Arcanine couldn't do enough damage to all 3 of my Mons to, in all likelihood, get him the win. So that was a great start for us. I say great start. I'm recording a few in bulk. It's a great start to my little bulk recording session. But yeah, it was a good game. Again, we weren't really troubled too much by our opponent. It was a lot of predictable plays from them. And I think our team just was all round more suited to, you know, handling their team than their team was to handling ours. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It would really help out the channel. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the comment section.